Hello, everyone. We're back with more Cataclysm. A couple things have happened, unfortunately. So, we were playing as Ark, the soldier recruit person, and I believe the last thing you saw is we had secured a vehicle and were ready to move on to the next town. Unfortunately, that save game crashed repeatedly, and we had some issues with updating, and so that character is now gone. In fact, the entire world that we had been playing on, I have gotten rid of because of the complications. So unfortunately, we're gonna have to start a new character. Even though Ark was doing pretty well, and I was pretty happy with that character overall. So unfortunately, I've created a new world, and we're gonna create a new character. I'm feeling something a little more basic. I've been struggling so much. Much to my surprise, I don't remember struggling quite as much when in recent memory. Certainly when I started playing the game, I was very bad, but I don't think I've really had to deal with such a struggle for so long. I in fact recorded several other episodes that also led to us crashing. I had started as a sheltered character, and I'm thinking something is messed up with the evolution of the monsters, or else with just the spawns that I've been seeing. For instance, I started a sheltered, which starts you in winter, and I immediately came across not one but two skeletal juggernauts, literally as soon as I walked out of the shelter. And I don't feel like that should be. I had never even seen a skeletal juggernaut in the game. I didn't know there was something beyond a skeletal hulk, or whatever they're called, skeletal brute. I don't remember. So I want to go with something a little basic. I mean, I know that I'm supposed to be good at this. I'm a YouTuber. You expect, to see high quality content. I think we might start. What's the one I like? Out of Town, where it starts you outside of the city. You're a little more of a safe environment. Well, nowhere is safe in Cataclysm, but we're going to go with that. Profession, I think we'll just go with a backpacker again, because it's a pretty basic class, but it does begin with a backpack, which I really like. Traits, we're going to pick the same things we had before. Facial hair looks new. I don't remember that being here a minute ago. Let's go with a goatee. Let's make black, long hair. And really pale. And we're going to pick the same traits that I generally always pick, just because I'm struggling enough as it is. Wait a minute. Squeamish, poor hearing, lactose intolerant, and heavy sleeper. And then we'll take the same positive traits that I'll usually take, which is pack mule and night vision. I do want to keep giving us robust genetics, because I would like to get at least one character to the point where we can play with mutagen. There are bells going off in my town every day. They play the bells at a certain time of day, so I apologize if you're hearing that in the background. It's extremely loud despite being pretty far from the source. What do we want to do here? Let's bump our dex to 11. Well, yeah, that's fine. We'll take mechanics. What do we want to do here? Maybe we should make a little bit of a more focused melee character, because we've been struggling in the early game. I mean, that's not even good. Well, whatever. It's fine. Randomize our name. We're Ellsworth Nickerson. Oh, I apologize if someone out there is named Ellsworth Nickerson, because it's just not a very, it's not a great name. So let's select our location. So I have something in my eye. So we have the Hermit Shack, which is a small shack usually in the wilderness. We have a farm, which is a nice big area that I like to begin in, because there is a water pump there that can provide you with an infinite or pseudo-infinite amount of water for free. However, there are typically a lot of zombies at the farm to begin with. And then there's a cabin in the woods, and I feel like they're literally just a cabin in the woods. There's not a lot of supplies there. There's not a lot of stuff going on there, so this is actually a little bit of a tough choice. I do prefer to start at the farm. The problem is that because of the density of the zombies that are there initially, this can lead to a lot of problems for a very beginner character. I think, yeah, let's just go with the farm. Who cares? If we die, we die. Did we change? Yep. Okay. So here we go. A lot has happened since the last time we played. Ooh, a sickle, eh? Oh, -6 to hit. That's really unfortunate. Don't know why it has such a large to hit penalty. We're going to be very careful because I don't know. So very often, this is not correct. This is broken. Who did this? Why is there no road connecting to this? Oh, I made this building. You see this greenhouse here? I made that. Not that anyone cares. But anyway, this barn tends to have a high concentration of the undead either inside or adjacent to it, which I'm guessing is a reference to Herschel's barn from The Walking Dead. So we're going to ignore that. We're going to move a little carefully over here. Check out the farmhouse. Got some moonshine, pork and beans, sugar, coffee, detergent. A lot of good stuff right off the bat. Some soup, always a good food. Just tons of food. That's fantastic. Calcium tablet. More food. Shorts. Socks. Not exciting. We can always make sock mitts if necessary. A Guy Fawkes mask. And then here is the main draw of the farm, is all of the wild edibles is not the correct term. All the horticulture, I guess. I don't know what the word I want to use. The food. It's all the food that's here. You'll see there's quite a bit here. Most of it has a decent shelf life. Unfortunately, it will freeze overnight, or most of it's already frozen. So most of it will be instantly mushy. Like I believe that's celery. Most of the leafy vegetables tend to get gross once you've frozen them. So yeah, let's talk about this. I was trying to add, I was looking through the JSON files thinking, well, you know, what can I add to the game that hasn't existed yet? And I decided to add several outbuildings to the farm spawn because I like the farm so much. So I created this is the greenhouse, which is basically just a glass building that contains more farm plots that normally would spawn food. I'm not sure why no food spawned this time. I also created a chicken coop and a grain silo, I believe was the other one. Let's go in here. The sickle might be good for a weapon. Scythe, rather. Also a -6 to hit. Really don't fully understand that. I assume we could maybe disassemble this for a blade, which would be nice. We're going to go ahead and leave that alone for now. We're going to come in here and drop our stuff. See where we're at on the map. We're not really close to anything, which is a real bummer. Because it basically means we're going to have to walk an extremely long distance just to get to the next town. We have a barn and an incomplete cabin. Neither of those places are very appealing for a fledgling survivor. So I don't think we're going to stay here for very long, which is just a huge bummer. I was really hoping we would be a little closer to an adjacent town, or that there would be a vehicle nearby. It looks like we're just going to have to walk really far. We don't really want to do that right this second. We wearing a coat? We're wearing not a coat, so we're going to take this and we're going to wear this. Jean jacket. How are we looking? Head is extremely cold. And this is all while we're indoors, so it's going to be much worse when we go outside. We definitely don't have enough clothing here for us to like cobble together something to wear. I think, did we see a t-shirt anywhere? We did not, just a pair of shorts. So yeah, there's nothing, unfortunately, we're going to be able to do about that. Oh, it's flurrying. I think we're going to drop. Does this have a butcher quality attached to it? Because we do need something. Oh, well, the Exactor knife has butchering. Oh, no, it does not. Makes sense. It's very small. 7 butchering. -6 to hit is such a bummer. I don't think that a sickle would be so difficult to use as a weapon, personally. So we need to secure a weapon. and then we'll drop things we don't immediately want to take with us. We definitely want the moonshine. Actually, terrible for your quench. We have a bottle of root beer, and we have the soups are our only sources of fluid right now. Gallon jug. Okay, so what we're gonna do through the lens. Let's you need survival 1. Okay. Let's drop the yeast. We're not gonna be carrying yeast with us. Let's drop I really don't want to get rid of the sugar, but it's not immediately necessary. We're going to drop the X-Acto knife. We're going to secure ourselves a weapon. Why don't we... Does the fridge give pipes when it's smashed? It should. In my opinion. Wield that 2x4. Smash the fridge. Oh, tubing, of course. It's not a proper pipe. I don't think any of these things will give us pipes. Which is a little on the nonsense. Dirty. Oh, they must have changed the way toilet water works, I guess. Maybe, I don't... Is there anything... Oh, wait, there's metal racks in here. Or, I mean, shelving. Or lockers. Take the pipe. We're going to take the hammering chunk of steel. We're going to craft ourselves a crowbar. Because we need something at least halfway decent to protect ourselves. Unfortunately, I think the play here is to just move on. We're going to pick up as much food as we can carry. And then we're just going to... I mean, we're just going to leave. What else can we do? So what do we want to take with us? 6 days. 6 days. I'd like to find something with a... There we go. 1 year. Does this get mushy? It is very large, of course, but it's 12 portions, which is really nice. Food will become mushy. We want things that will not be mushy. Corn really isn't good for eating. Oh, of course corn is good for eating. I mean, I don't know if you need to cook it for it to have a high calorie value. Mushy after thawing. Fresh as can be. Only 3 days shelf life. That's okay. We'll take that for now. Are you buckwheat? Nope, just regular wheat. Zucchini fresh, 5 days. Doesn't get mushy. We'll take that. Onion, not very good for you. Broccoli, frozen, 6 days. Okay. Strawberries, 2 days. We seem to be at capacity. What's in this field? Cockroaches. Already? Okay. Well, we've secured a source of food for at least a couple of days. We have the canned goods if necessary. I was going to empty the moonshine onto the ground. And then we're going to... Kegs. The grass is full. This makes me think they may be doing things with farming. Anyway, let's fill this gallon jug. You pour water frozen into the gallon jug. That's pretty impressive that we managed to pour frozen water into a jug. Anyway, I think we're going to ignore the cabin. And I think we're just going to head down this road and hopefully we don't come across anything too frightening because we'll just die. If I'm being honest, we're not really equipped to deal with much. We're obviously freezing, which is really, really bad, but there's nothing I can do about that. I suppose I should have picked up a blanket to wear about us as we traveled. That would have been the smart play. Turn on. Okay, safe mode was on. Black rat. Not super concerned about a black rat. Of all things. Here's a vehicle. It'd be wonderful if this worked, but in my experience, they generally do not. We have enough wheels. We have... Basically, we're missing battery and fuel, which is bad. Yeah, a lot of things has happened, unfortunately, in my last couple of days. I've had a really terrible week. The capture card that I'm currently using only works for something like Cataclysm. You'll see there's not a ton of stuff going on screen, so it records this okay. But I recorded 10 or 12 episodes of Trials Rising, and I didn't watch them before I uploaded them because I was trying to churn out as much content as I could, and it turns out that all of them were extremely bad frame rate. And so I've been in contact with, we're going to go to the gas station, I've been in contact with their support people, and they have been not helpful at all. I've been talking to them for about 3 days through email. So there's clearly a oh, I turned it off. I was going to say, why isn't it prompting me to turn off safe mode? We're going to see if we can get to the back of this building without him really taking notice of us. Activate our crowbar. Been in contact. We definitely want this. But what do we drop for it? I suppose we could eat. We literally don't have anything to eat. It's all frozen. I'm not super concerned about the through the lens, but I feel like we should keep it. I would like to hang on. Really, this is available many places, so it's not super concerning that we hold on to that. I really want something butchering, though. We're going to dump that because it's a large item. We're going to dump the sugar because it's not an immediate necessity. I would like to have the sugar, but I just feel like we should drop that first. Take the barrel shotgun. Take the shells. Reload the shotgun for emergencies. It's nice that we found both together. Fresh apple cider. We should drink that. Oh, pot. It would be nice to have a pot. We are still not near any towns, so we don't want to use this as a base, although this place looks pretty nice. I kind of like it. Glow stick, not super concerning. Us Weekly, no thank you. Multivitamin, yes, we will take. Box of cookies, I suppose we'll eat. So we are full now and slaked. Battery, we will... Really, you can't. Batteries are huge, apparently. Can't eat any of this stuff because it's all frozen. Nope. That's barely any space at all. Pumpkin, of course, is huge, but it's also a reliable source of food for a period of time. Suppose we could drop some stuff, because we do want batteries. Can I just look at it? The water cold. So this isn't filthy water. Maybe it's filthy because I dropped it on the floor back in the farm. Anyway, I've been talking to their tech support, and it's been about 3 days. We've been communicating by email because they asked me for my phone number, and I said no thank you, because it's really like when I went to their tech support, it makes you fill out a huge thing. This doesn't have wheels, and it asks you a bunch of personal information, and it really agitated me. We're gonna save because I was getting so many crashes before. It really agitates me when a company that I bought a product from, instead of helping me, their immediate response is that they want to get all my personal information. I find that very suspect, and because it requires you to agree to a TOS, I'm sure that they sell my information. So I didn't give them my phone number. I gave them my email, which, you know, it probably would be faster to do it by phone, but I feel like it should be a simple question and answer situation. What I'm actually getting is someone who unfortunately doesn't speak English very well. So we have found a town. I'm a little nervous pushing up into the town during the day hours. So I think we're going to head north and try to approach from the rear so we can have the cover of these houses blocking off the main street. What I'm sure there will be a horde out in the main street. So we're going to back up a little bit and we're going to head north. So I don't mind when a company outsources. I think that lots of companies outsource because it's cheaper, and because a lot of times you can outsource something without having a huge impact on its quality. The problem I have is when you outsource your tech support and then those tech support people don't speak proper English. For instance, in the last, so they asked me to upload a clip of the issue, which I did. And they contacted me and said, hey, and it took them about 24 hours to contact me, which is deeply frustrating as well, because they keep emailing me around 1 a.m. instead of, you know, normal human being USA hours. And they said, you know, okay, well, your file was corrupt. Please to upload to your driver. And I was like, what? Like, what are you saying? Like, okay, my file was corrupted. That's easily understood. Not a big deal. Please to to your driver. I don't know what that means. I didn't know what he meant or she meant. So I, for like 10 minutes, was like, what the fuck is he talking about? What am I supposed to do? And then I realized that they meant a drive, like Google Drive or Mega Upload or something like that. And I was like, oh, okay. So I do have a Google account, so I have the default like Google Drive thing. Yeah, we don't need to carry that with us. Mayonnaise. So I uploaded it to my Google Drive about 18 hours ago, and I had hoped that when I got up today, they would have contacted me again with a solution. And nope, it's been a long time and they still haven't gotten back to me. And it's been 3 days of that, of them saying, hey, could you do this for me? And me being like, yeah, of course. And then when I do it, they contact me and say, oh, that didn't work. So they asked for a log, which the technical log of the device to show what's been going on with the device. Can we make a turban? Our head's very cold. Oh, I thought that only required a t-shirt. My mistake. So we'll go ahead and drop the t-shirt. There's meat here. Smoked meat. Fantastic. And a hamburger. Heck yeah. So we're going to use this place as our base for now because it's not broken in at anywhere. At any point we have, you know, all the windows got closed safely without any creature coming in to attack us. I don't love that there's a glass back door, but the reality is we're overlooking an area that's really not. You know what I just noticed? Our character is off center. This is an issue in the newest experimentals, so we'll go ahead and center ourselves. Having a lot of issues with this new sidebar, but we'll talk about that another time. But so they asked me, the first thing they did, they asked me for a log file and a video of the issue. So I created a video to show the problem. It was about 2 minutes long, and from the north you hear glass breaking. Shady Zambi. Come on, big guy. Oop. Love pressing the wrong button. Throw a steak knife at him. Why can't I just throw it without equipping it? Nope, press the wrong button again. I haven't played a roguelike in a while, so I'm not on the top of my game. Nothing interesting on them. Where's the other corpse? Charcoal. Oh, that's a great find. Charcoal and a smoker. Oops, still sprinting. Shouldn't be doing that. For now, we're just dropping everything in a couple of piles here. I'll sort them off camera, so you don't have to watch me sort through a bunch of crap, because that's pretty boring. We're going to save again because of the crashes. So they asked for a video clip and a log file. So, oh, you jerk. I'm in the middle of a conversation. Zombie bites your right arm. That's not good. Just grabbing me left and right, huh? Cash card, good. Okay, so I sent them the log file. I went to their website through the link they gave me, and this is dangerous. We don't want to go in there. Tray pan. Also dangerous. Don't want to go in there. Also, no, it's okay. And I went to their site to upload the files requested, and when I got to the site, it only allows you to upload up to 5 megabytes. And if you know anything about 1080p video, 5 megabytes of 1080p 60 frames per second video is literally like 7/10 of 1 second. So I had to make a new video that was a very, very short period of time because, oh, it's a gun safe. Oh, okay. We're going to mark that. I don't know if we'll remember it, but we're going to mark it. So, very frustrated because it's literally like 7/10 of a second, and I just feel like there's not that much that they can learn from that. And even after I sent it, they contacted me and said, look, it didn't work. We need, and it's like, I know I didn't corrupt a 5 megabyte file. You know what I mean? And I even went and downloaded it, and it works just fine. So I don't know why it didn't work for them, but I'm very frustrated with the solution. So I went online to look for a customer service way of contacting them so I could contact an actual human being as opposed to emailing someone. Or of course it's a human being. I mean, I wanted to contact someone via phone to lodge a complaint, and there is no such place. And when I go online looking for answers, well, they don't have a forum, and basically everyone that uses this product doesn't use it the way I'm using it, which is PC free. I got it specifically because my computer is a toaster and I don't have the ability to use it with a computer. I have to use it as an independent recording device. And when I go online, no one else talks about it like that. So I'm very frustrated that everything I record is like between 12 and 20 frames a second. It's really bad. It's really noticeable. The only thing that I haven't noticed it on is Cataclysm, and that's because there's just not that many frames at any given moment. So if it skips a couple frames, it's hardly noticeable. Or in fact, it's not noticeable at all, and I don't think it's noticeable. So looks like we're playing Cataclysm until we get this sorted out. I ordered a new SD card thinking maybe that was the problem. Maybe it's not able to write fast enough, but I'm just waiting on these people to get back to me, because if I don't get a satisfactory resolution out of this, I want my money back. It doesn't work, you know. It was advertised very plainly. It records 1080p 60 frames a second. Plug it in, press the button, it records. There was no setup involved. There was no nothing. It literally has 3 plugs and a slot for a memory card, and you push the button. So if it doesn't work out of the box, I don't feel that I'm in any way responsible for that. So I feel like you owe me about $200 because you falsely advertised your product as a plug-and-play high-quality product, and I'm pretty angry about it. Went on a little bit of a rant there. I think we're going to call this episode here. We've moved up. We've explored these 3. Well, we've only partially explored this house. Oh no. Okay, I thought that might have been a school jammed in here. That would have been very, very bad. For now, it's just a tiny little town here, and we'll continue to explore. What time is it? We don't know. Once nightfall comes, we'll stretch out into the other sides of town. For now, we're just going to do this. I think I might sort my stuff in between episodes, and we'll just, we'll just call this one here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to my rant. If you're interested in buying a game capture card, I would highly recommend you not buy an AverMedia Live Gamer Portable 2 Plus. That is my suggestion, because it doesn't work the way it was advertised. So there you go. I'm in no way sponsored by any any game record software. But anyway, so we're going to call this one here. I think we had an okay start. We obviously haven't found a ton of stuff that we want, but we'll work on that in the next episode, and I will see you in the next episode. Thanks for watching.